Why haven't the followers of Jesus Christ, followers of the son of Amram and Yoshabel Moses in Judaism, followers of Muhammad and Allah in Islam, followers of Buddha and other great worthies here in Valdosta, Georgia, and in the state of Georgia, why have they refused to address the 30 jail deaths in the Valdosta and Lowndes County Jail? Why have your pastor sat down along the roadside? Why have you, your mother, father, sisters, and brothers, not held your elected officials accountable here in Valdosta, Lowndes County, the state of Georgia, and around the world? To be concerned or get concerned about 30 human beings dying in the Lowndes County Jail for whatever reason. Why have you not asked your elected officials in both city and county? Why have you not asked your neighbor down the street? Why have you not asked your little children? Why is it that we will get concerned about a dog or a cat trapped in a tree, but not the loss of human life? This is kvci.blogspot.com with George Boston Rines. I was called, I believe, to speak on behalf of the voiceless, the abused, and the victims of crime. I was called to raise a family. But I also was called by the Jesus that you talk about to stand up for truth. It has been reported in newspapers in Georgia that Valdosta and Lowndes County are leading this state in jail deaths. But how many are talking about? You go to city and county commissioners meeting and you call out inmates' names like Willie Lee Gay, Willie McFarland, Ian Starling, Willie James Williams, Sonny Graham, Rosemary King, William Oakley, Sandra Wallace, Lisa Sanders, John Henry DeJohn, James Wright brother. Yeah, he's on city council. He died in the jail. I'm not going to call his name. I'll let James Wright do that. Bobby Stanford, Xavius Wright. I call him anyway. Okay, sorry. Clarence Pender, George Hill Jr., C.J. Whitfield, Whitehead that is. And the list goes on and on and on and on. Approximately 30 deaths. And we believe more. Inmates tell me there's more. They tell me that they sent them home to die, or they sent them to the hospital and they die, so the number will not be increased. I was told a few weeks ago that on May the 8th, 2010, another inmate died, but nothing was reported. And I presented this to the mayor and council here in Valdosta, Georgia. Mayor Gale, James Wright, Councilman James Wright, Councilman Yokes, Councilman White, the city manager Larry Hanson, Councilman Payton, Councilman Norton, and Councilman Vickers. They tell me that there's absolutely nothing. There's nothing that they can do. They tell me that over and over and over again. I've been to the county in the late 90s, and they tell me the same thing. They sing the same songs. They all point to the governor. The governor. The governor. The governor. If I was on city council, whether I believed in Jesus or not, if I was an atheist, and if a citizen in this community, especially if I was the mayor or the chairman of the Lowndes County Board of Commissioners, as a minimum, I would get a vote from my constituents and say, let's draft a letter and let's write to the governor of the state of Georgia first to try to get some help and try to understand why a little town like Valdosta are leading the state of Georgia in jail deaths. Oh, I would do that. As a minimum, I would do that because I've already done it. And even the state of Georgia, you can find no answers. It's like as if we were in China, Germany, or Russia, or in some other third world country. When I went to the mayor at the last meeting, they listened, and then they sounded the gavel. Nobody said boo. Now, 30 deaths, for whatever reason, I'm not blaming anybody, but the mere fact with all of these churches and all these facing Jesus members, all these buildings of worship, yet these people believe